Keep your what? Keep your word, keep your agreements, keep your commitments. There's a credo that says this: say what you mean and mean what you say. Jesus said it this way. He said, let your yea be your yea and your nay be your nay. When a warrior gives his or her word or makes an agreement, he or she would rather die than go back on it. Why are your word and your commitment so important? Well, let's see. Let's check it out in the real world. How do you feel about someone when they make a commitment and they don't keep it? What are the words? Give me some words. Disappointed. What else? You think they're untrustworthy, unreliable, yes or no? Now, here's a question. When you make a commitment to someone else and you don't keep it, how do you think they feel about you? What are the words? Give me the words. Disappointed in you. They believe you're unreliable. You're untrustworthy. You're a liar. Isn't it interesting that when someone else doesn't keep their little agreement, you feel like that about them immediately. But when you don't keep your agreement, somehow it's all right. It's okay. It's no big deal. Isn't it interesting, the double standard? But you know when they don't keep it, especially if it's more than once, it is a big deal. Yes or no? But our mind has a way of justifying our failures to protect us. I've said it before, justification is nothing more than pain relievers. That's all it is. It's a pain reliever. It's like taking a pill to numb the pain of failing. That's all it is. When you're a warrior, you have to live up to it. You have to own up to it. Why? Because when you fail, there's nothing else to talk about because you're dead. You don't have to justify anything. Do you understand? Warrior lives in a very black or white world. You're alive or you're dead. Success or failure. It's very simple. There's no time for justifying excuses, nothing. It's over. All right. Now, worse still, each time you make a commitment to yourself and you don't keep it, how do you feel about you? What are the words? Disappointed. You're untrustworthy. I'm unreliable. Can you see how this can slowly and surely chip away at your own self-confidence? Yes or no? That's why it's important to do exactly what you'll say you're going to do. If you say you're going to meet someone at 3 o'clock, be there. If you say you're going to have this done by Friday, have it. If you're going to say you're going to email something today, when do you email it? Today. If you say you're going to start exercising tomorrow, do it. Commitments are like mini objectives. Like what? Each time you keep one, it's like succeeding. And each time you don't keep one, each time you break one, it's like what? Failing. And one of the biggest benefits of keeping your word is your confidence in your own creative power. What power? I can't hear you. This is important. Listen closely. When you do what you said, then what you said now becomes reality. Yes or yes? You went from the thought world and the verbal world to the real manifestation world. You've taken something that was just a thought or a talk, an energy, and you turned it into reality. So I'll be there at 3 o'clock. That's a word or that's a thought. Now you're there. That's real. You understand? Because a lot of people talk a lot, and more people think a lot. But very few people actually do and accomplish a lot. And every time you do what you said, you've accomplished what you said you're going to do. Is this making sense so far? And eventually, you and everyone else and the universe can basically count on this. Your word becomes what? Law. It becomes law in the universe. You prove to yourself that you are indeed a creative force in the universe and that you do co-create your life and you co-create reality. Let me ask you a question. Is that empowering or disempowering? How much more empowering can you be than whatever you says comes true? How much more empowering and powerful can you be to other people than when they see you, they go, that's the kind of person, whatever they say seems to come true. That's probably the most powerful person you know. Let me ask you a question. In your own life, do you know or either know of certain people that you know when they say something, it's going to come to fruition? Yes or no? How do you feel about them? Respect. That's right. Trust. You're certainly willing to invest with them. Now, let me ask you this. When you don't do what you say, what do you prove to yourself? What do you prove to yourself? That your word means nothing. That what you say is shit. It's garbage. It's crap. It's useless. Save your frickin' breath. Raise your hand if you know people like that. That they can talk and yak and do it, and you go, yeah, all right. Okay, I've heard this before. Yes or no? Yes. Do you want to be one of those people? No. You need to be the warrior then. So, when you don't do what you say, that's what happens. And that's the epitome of weakness, not power. Please stand up for the declaration. I am a warrior, my word is law. Let me hear you.
I am a warrior, my word is law.
Again.
I am a warrior, my word is law.
Again.
I am a warrior, my word is law.
So high five and say, you are a warrior.